Jordan Montgomery could be available via trade in this offseason. In this video right here on the True Mets Talk podcast, we are talking about whether he should be an option for the New York Mets going forward or not. Let's get into it. All right, Mets Nation, welcome back to the channel. We are talking about Jordan Montgomery as per the latest Jeff Passan report, indicating that the Diamondbacks have and will make him available in this offseason via trade. Before we get into the discussion of whether the Mets should or should not look at a Jordan Montgomery trade, make sure to hit those thumbs up buttons on this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment your thoughts and opinions on the topic down below. Again, Jordan Montgomery, we are discussing in another offseason episode, just like we did last offseason, who, a Scott Boras client goes through the progressions of free agency, goes through the talks of a potential long-term contract, fails to go and sign a long-term contract, and inevitably goes through with a one-year deal with the player option. And as bad as he was in 2024, recently Jordan Montgomery opted into that player option for $22.5 million with the Arizona Diamondbacks. And you see here the discrepancy in production from 2023 to 2024 for Jordan Montgomery. As a Cardinal / Texas Ranger, Jordan Montgomery had optimal success in over 180 innings pitched. You see here what the ERA was, what the strikeouts per nine was, and what the whip was. And all of that in 2023 that is in red was everything that 2024 wasn't in terms of all of these categories. Only 117 innings pitched for Jordan Montgomery in 2024. You see here the ERA skyrocketed to about 6.23. And you see also the strikeouts per nine go down and the whip go up to a 1.65 walks and hits per innings pitched, which is absolutely abysmal. And that's why in bold red text under the latest Jeff Passan report, I distinctly state that I am not interested, no thank you very much, in any case scenario, a pursuit of Jordan Montgomery. But again, Mets fans, please let me know in the description down below, given the situation and per this Jeff Passan report, with the Diamondbacks willing to pay some of that $22.5 million that he is owed for the 2025 season, would you be interested? And given the scenario that the Diamondbacks are in, given their payroll being a little bit middle of the pack, but also being a smaller market team, I don't think they're in line to pay $10 to $12 million of that salary. I think it would be more so in the range of $4 to $6 million. And if you're still talking about $15 to $16 million worth of 1 year of Jordan Montgomery, I'm not going to lie to you, with all the external options that we've been talking about, whether it's Garrett Crochet and a trade of Garrett Crochet, whether it's Corbin Burns, Max Fried, Sean Manaea, or any other candidate out there, I think the Mets resources in terms of free agent pool money or even trade value pool money for this 2025 rotation and beyond is better served elsewhere outside of Jordan Montgomery. And let me just back this statement up with a couple of trend line regressions. That's right, regressions, not progressions, from Jordan Montgomery that we've seen from 2022 to 2024. The first being surrounding the walk rate and the strikeout rate. These are inversely related, and they are not in the trajectory that you would like to see. And ace, which we all know Jordan Montgomery isn't. I knew he wasn't this past offseason when a lot of Mets fans were willing to dish out a long-term contract because of the desperation factor later on in free agency. This guy has been regressing since 2022 in both of these categories. The strikeout rate going down and the walk rate going up. That is an immediate X from me in terms of at least trading for him and allocating anywhere between 13, 14, 15, maybe even $16 million of my 2025 payroll when I could focus elsewhere. And the second regression that we have to note with Jordan Montgomery is surrounding the top two pitches in his arsenal that he has relied on over the past couple of seasons to get him, in consideration for these types of contracts that he's been kind of vying for, especially last offseason, but also going forward into maybe a free agency campaign that he hits next offseason. That is the sinker and the curveball. And you see these top two pitches in his arsenal that he has relied on for just over 30% apiece in the majority of these seasons that you see here on your screen. They have regressed in a tremendous way. The sinker going from about a 247 batting average from the opposition up to a 374 batting average is definitely an eye-opener. And that is the pitch that he uses predominantly, Mets fans. So again, if you're thinking about trading for this guy, look at these regressions that are going on with his predominant pitches. And the secondary pitch that he uses outside of the sinker is that curveball. It was at about 154 in terms of the opposition batting average against said pitch, and that has progressed and ballooned up to about a I don't have my glasses. I want to say 240 or 270. I don't know what that number is. Anyways, it's over a 200 batting average in that respective category against the curveball of Jordan Montgomery. Next time I will have my glasses on. I do apologize about that, but exactly the point that I'm trying to get at. His top two pitches, the league has been seemingly figuring out. And if you're expecting to have a rotation that is featuring a co-ace alongside Kodai Senga and a competent number 3 or maybe even 4 alongside David Peterson and Christian Scott, and in terms of the money allocations surrounding this Mets organization, I would be very wary in terms of giving that money, anywhere between $13 to $16 million, to the likes of Jordan Montgomery, even given the fact that the Diamondbacks are said to take on some of that $22.5 million cap hit. I don't think they're going to cover a large portion of that, but we will see what his trade market is going to be if these rumors surrounding the latest Jeff Passan report come to fruition. We will see if the Mets are going to be major players. I hope they aren't, but maybe I'm wrong, and maybe the Mets pursue Jordan Montgomery. Mets fans, please let me know in the comment section down below. Do you and would you pursue Jordan Montgomery if he's available for trade this offseason? Please make sure to hit those thumbs up buttons on this video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. I'll be with you all off season long, live streams, polls, and videos just like this one. Let's go Mets. I'll see you all later. Peace out.
Thank you for watching the True Mets Talk podcast. Make sure you're tapping on that notifications button and checking out all the latest content on the channel. Thank you.